Yo, back. Another episode of S.Y.S.M, man. I am your boy, Just Right. Look who done walked back in the building. I got the boy, the DODDA in the building, man.
Yeah, it's real. I'm here, bro. I'm here. I told him waiting on the call, man. Said, hey, bro, once I get the notification, I'm here, bro. Notification came through. Guess where your boy at?
Right here.
In the building.
Right here. No hesitation either. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I put it out there, you told me exactly what time you be ready and everything. So I appreciate you being here, man.
It's business, baby. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. KD was recently in sports media per JJ Reddick because JJ seems to feel like KD is underappreciated. And you know he makes some good points, but you know him saying he's underappreciated. Kendrick Perkins kind of took a disliking to that. You know what I mean, I don't know if you've seen that. Did you see that on First Take?
I watched a little bit of it, not the whole segment.
Yeah. Well, I have the clip of what was said between them, so I'm gonna play a little bit of that, and I just want to get your reaction to it. You know what I mean?
All right, cool. Let's
see what you think about that, because I don't know, but we're gonna take a listen real quick, and we'll see what you think.
All right, bet.
Too much time on the bullshit instead of just appreciating his night-to-night greatness. LeBron James has 20 straight seasons scoring 25 points or more a game. That's the record. You know, second?
Kevin Durant.
15 in a row this year.
God bless America. Listen, Molly, we know JJ, right? We know once a month he's going to give us that cute and adorable JJ rant, right? He's going to give it to us once a month. And sometimes, majority of the time, he's right. But in this instance, he has lost his damn mind when it comes to putting KD in that certain type of box and saying that a guy that is an all-time great is underappreciated. Like, Kevin Durant is a top 20 greatest player of all time, in my opinion, and is going to continue to move up in the ranks. Kevin Durant is the greatest scorer that I've ever seen, and I've said that on numerous occasions. When it comes to being underappreciated, he doesn't fall in that category. Kevin Durant, because of some of the decisions that he made throughout the course of his career, right, the journey that he had to go, he could get criticized. We credit all-time greats that got criticized. We criticized LeBron James when he went to Miami, right? And LeBron James, the reason he went back to Cleveland is to shut the haters up and to change the narrative and won a championship there. We criticize James Harden all the time. He's going to be an all-time great because, look, he don't get it done in the postseason. When you fall in that criteria of being underappreciated, I look at guys like Dwight Howard. He's underappreciated for what he did in Orlando. You know, I believe 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards, leading the league in rebounding, leading the league in blocks. When I look at a guy like Rudy Gobert, who's on the verge of winning his 4th Defensive Player of the Year award and still doesn't have the respect of his peers, we don't talk about him enough. He's a future Hall of Famer. When you look at a guy like DeMar DeRozan down there in Chicago, one of the most elite scorers this game has ever seen, he's underappreciated. Kevin Durant is not appreciated. Kevin Durant, we just criticize him when need be. We can't help it that he chose to leave Steph Curry and go team up with Kyrie Irving and the mission failed. Like, he has to get it done on his own. That's not saying or knocking KD and saying we don't appreciate him. That's just calling it a spade to spade.
So you heard what they had to say.
Right.
What's your thoughts, man? Do you feel like KD is underappreciated?
To an extent, I do.
Okay.
I mean, it's like, I think, like, people know how great he is.
Mm-hmm.
but his name don't come up in that conversation with the greats.
Yeah. Like when they talk about the GOAT, they ain't mentioning him. Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember the last time I really heard somebody say he's top 5 in his position.
Right.
Which I think he is production wise by far.
For sure.
You know, but like general conversation, for some reason his name don't come up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if you want to put him at the 3 or the 4, like
why though? Why? Because it's easy that he is. You know what I mean? Like it's easy that he. So why do you think he's excluded from that?
For real, man, I think a lot of people like to hate on this generation of basketball. Period.
Yeah.
Like nobody.
The whole thing right now.
Right. Really, nobody in this era really gets accreditation deserved by production that they do.
Yeah, they got a whole thing right now, like the 2020s or versus the 90s. They trying to get rid of the 90s. How you feel about that?
I mean, it's like evolution counts in everything except for basketball and 90s rap.
I feel that because it's like, man, like during those times, or when the people from those times, more than other times, seem to always say that it was the best. Yeah, it was the best. Because when I think about hip hop, 90s hip hop is my favorite. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And 90s basketball is clearly my favorite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get what you're saying.
But it's like a lot of this is our era that's portraying that. But it's like, nah, man, some of these cats is dope, bro. Mm-hmm. I mean, just the evolution of the game, like.
Right.
Are you talking about like it's tougher defense? It was tougher defense back then because they could hand check. They could hand check because you didn't have point guards coming down pretty much posting people over the 3-point line looking for passes.
But yeah, they ain't have guys that
wasn't
as big. Right.
Straight up. When AI came in, hand checking went away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like it's the evolution of the game, man.
Right. Now I do understand the evolution of the game. I do think a lot of these guys are just super skilled, man. And they will be able to play in any time. So I never I like 90s basketball better, but I refuse to discredit what I see and what's going on now. Right. I don't even like to really compare it. Do I think I think the best guys from this era, like the best of the best, could play against any defense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you.
But in terms about the KD,
so let's get back on that.
2-time champion, 2-time Finals MVP. Mm-hmm. League MVP, scoring champ, multiple times. I mean, why don't his name get brought up? Like, we know he's great, but if you're talking about underrated,
right?
I can kind of see that.
He didn't even say underrated. I guess maybe that's what he mean by underrated or appreciated. Yeah.
But like, he don't come up hearing his name like that in the general conversation in comparison to what he's done. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I say to an extent, yeah, he might be underappreciated.
He took a different turn. Like, I think that has a lot to do with it. But I think more so people like to, pull away from his accomplishments and things like that because he did go join Steph and them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the championships came from. He went to a team that just beat him. And, a lot of people feel away about that. So he refused to put him in. Then he leaves Steph, goes to Brooklyn,
right?
And in Brooklyn, teams up with Kyrie, and but see, to me, that wasn't his fault. None of that happened there. It was kind of out of his control for real. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Like, when his injuries came back and play and all that as well.
You can tell him to step up and be a leader, but at the end of the day, like, if another man, he gonna be a man, do what he want to do, then what can he really do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who's to say what he told him or how he came at Kyrie about? You know what I mean? Kyrie was taking a stand. He wasn't on it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like you said, injuries, you know what I'm saying? So it really wasn't his fault. And then, now in Phoenix, I think he got a real shot this year for real. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Sometimes I like what I'm seeing out there in Phoenix, and sometimes I don't. It seems like they don't know who's supposed to be the man, and it's really supposed to be him at all times. But, I mean, that's tough when you got Devin Booker who can be the man who's been the man, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then Bradley Beal, you know what I'm saying? To me, that's why I didn't think the trade was all that good, because I wanted Chris to stay there, so that's a whole nother story. But ultimately, you think, yeah, he is underappreciated.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, even about terms of a leader, it's like you got what we as fans on the outside looking in is what we think a leader should be.
Right.
But we also not seeing the everyday, the practices, you know what I'm saying? So the extra time in the gym. We don't know if we contacting these people, you know what I'm saying? So you straight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just checking on, you know, we that part we don't know.
Right. You have no idea,
But being people that don't play team ball.
Right.
You know what you define as a leader.
Right.
Is totally different. I mean, that's why you got people that's captains.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That don't necessarily start.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's a leader.
Yeah. It's different. It's different ways to lead. It's different types of leadership. Period. And who's to say what he's doing? Just because everything's not public doesn't mean that he's not getting it done. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I think he's. You know, I don't know. I just have no complaints about KD in his game. You know what I'm saying? I hated when he went to Golden State, but I hated it just as much as I hated when Bron went to Miami. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I hated him though. You know what I'm saying? I still, you know what I'm saying, like what he had going on as far as his game goes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it just is what it is. I think that he should be mentioned, in my opinion, a lot more next to LeBron. Like, I think, you know what I'm saying, it's a fair comparison, you know what I'm saying, some of the decisions. And then on top of that, their game, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think, you know, top 10, you know what I'm saying, somewhere he should be. And I think LeBron wins out in that conversation. When I say that, for sure. I'm just saying, like, that's the status I think that he's really on. You know what I'm saying? And if people are not feeling that way, then I would have to say, yeah, I think he's underappreciated as well.
Right. Because, I mean, I got him, with my, if we put him at the 3, looking at Bron, Bird, but KD should be right there with him.
Yeah, like it get tough. At the 3, I mean, come on, man.
He really should. Like,
just as a player, period, he's in the top 10 conversation. I would have to think so, man. I would have to think so. I need to make a list so I can, because I'm just saying it off the top of my head, but I mean, he's that fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to get your opinion on it because I thought it was interesting when I watched that on First Take, man. But what y'all think, man? Let us know in the comments what y'all think, man. Is KD underappreciated? I don't know. Let us know. Well, honestly, you do know what we think because we just told you. Now I want to know what y'all think. All right, man. This is your boy Just Right with Matt the DODDA signing off on another episode of S.Y.S.M. Like I always say, man, keep God first. Treat everybody the way you want to be treated and check for S.Y.S.M.
You already know.
Peace.
Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Leave the comments, and we damn sure gonna get back at you. For sure.
Peace.
S.Y.S.M, 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 S.Y.S.M. S.Y.S.M, 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 S.Y.S.M. S.Y.S.M, 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 S.Y.S.M. S.Y.S.M, 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 S.Y.S.M.